Hi. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Is that weird for you? It's really weird for me. Also, I have neighbors now, so I have to kind of be quiet, but they're still gonna hear everything I'm saying. Anyways, she's whispering. It's been a long time, and I think I say that in every single video, but it's especially been a long time. So for the past couple months, for as long as it's been, I've been getting messages, message after message, just kind messages and ones that just fill me with nostalgia. And I was like, how can I come back without coming back? Which, who knows? We never know. But I figured the best way to start was Sagittarius season. Here we go. I have 3 cards for you today. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This will kind of be the vibe. Also, what's been going on in the world, I'm sure. A little bit of how it's affecting us, especially Sagittarius season, what you can expect. I'm pretty excited. We're moving into December already. Can you even? I can't. Cleansy, cleansy. And do your cards a little bit. All right. I feel the peace. I do. Now, with our 3 piles here, I want you to close your eyes and kind of meditate on the numbers, see if anything strong comes out to you. Sometimes I can literally visualize the number that I need. I'll close my eyes and it's just blaring in my head. So think of a number you've been seeing a lot, any synchronicities. Think of your favorite number. You don't really have many options, but 1, 2, or 3, you know? Pile 1. Welcome, babies. We have quite a few cards for you today. Our first cards, we have the 7 of Wands, 2 sevens. Are you kidding me? Spiritual growth, you're learning. With the 7 of Wands, we see a man who definitely is feeling attacked and like his boundaries are being pushed. We also have the 7 of Swords reversed. We have the bat. And we also have the butterfly. So 7s, right off the bat, I think you're going through huge spiritual awakening, transition, processing. I also think you're becoming more intuitive. You're getting these messages that maybe you don't know what to do with, but you're learning. And I don't feel fear. I feel like it's been a tough transition, but I don't feel fear from you. I feel warrior spirit. I feel like, fuck this. That's what I feel like. But you're going in the right direction and you're doing things that are aligned with you, and you're no longer in a space of putting yourself in a box to please other people. You're now shining in whatever way you can and whatever way actually makes you comfortable. You're showing up to people with boundaries, and I think this is what this is talking about a little bit. There's some lack of boundary, maybe almost feeling very attacked. With the 7s, it usually speaks of deceit and self-sabotage. So while there may be people around you who are lying, or maybe it's an energy of feeling betrayed, I think that your guard is a little too up. I think you have to remember that there are kind people out there, and everyone wants to see you succeed in some way or another, whether that comes through jealousy or support. You clearly have a lot going on that people are envious of. I think with these intuitive downloads, they see you growing and processing and transitioning and the excitement, and they know that you're ready for a new level, whereas maybe they are a bit stuck or don't see a way out of their situation and are taking it out on you. So with bats are all about transition, about flight, about rebirth and letting go of things that no longer serve us. When the butterfly comes into play, that is exactly the same energy, just a little gentler. Butterflies speak of being open to relationships and love. Maybe in the past you've been wounded by somebody that you really cared for, whether that be romantic, family, platonic, maybe even yourself. I'm seeing little glimpses of self-sabotage here. So think of the ways that you are soothing or coping that are unhealthy. Do you smoke too much? Do you eat too much? Do you text your ex? Been there, not doing it anymore. I relate. And I think 7s are very apparent for you now. I'd pay attention to synchronicities of 777, of seeing 7s anywhere at all, or the mention, the speak of anyone saying the word 7. I think that is the universe coming through and saying, hey, remember, I'm watching and I'm cheering you on. I think recently you may have felt like the universe wasn't on your side. And you know when people get into a place where they think, how could this be real if bad shit is happening to me? How can there be someone out there controlling my life and giving me bad shit? And the point of the lesson is not everything is bad. And you're also blocking yourself by keeping your guard up too tightly, too high. How are you supposed to make room for good people and good energies if you think everybody's out to get you? So I'd keep this in mind. Do you see you going through a period of reflection on your habits and behaviors, seeing not only the people around you's habits, but your own habits and how you contribute to negativity? So this to me just feels like balance. You have both duality, a light part and a dark part of yourself is completely transitioning. And lots of air energy, so pay attention to the element of air, maybe working with incense and breath work especially. While I can't diagnose you, I will tell you that breath work and hypnosis has worked wonders for me. So if you can add that to part of your routine, I think you'll see a lot of benefits. So your messages today, pile 1, were very clear cut and in your face. Pay attention to the 7s, go through the transition, believe that there are nice people out there, and a lot's going to change for you. I'm excited to see what you have in store. Pile number 2. So we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. We have the Star, my favorite. I love the blue energy of the Star. It's healing, it's wish fulfillment, it's passion. It's really exciting. Then we have the Fish and the Shark. Pile 2. You're doing so much inner work, and I'm extremely proud of you. I feel this on a deep level just because I think I'm pile 2 right now as well. So there's a lot of work that's happening that people aren't physically seeing. I think this can bring you a little bit of trouble. I believe you have supportive people, but I also believe there's people out there who think, things that they can't physically see just simply must not exist. Whether that's a mental illness or success, measuring success. You've been doing so much work on the inside, and now it's finally showing on the outside. I see healing, I see abundance, I see success, I see change. Expect change in your wealth, expect change in your mindset. There's something shifting here where finally you're feeling hopeful again and you're seeing your manifestations come to fruition. You're calling out to the universe and you're receiving. I think now is a time that if you don't feel in alignment with the universe, know that it is literally right there. You just have to call on it. You have to feel it. I see you having a beautiful exchange with spirit and energy. So be sure to call that out. I think at this time, 8s are actually very prevalent. This is so interesting the way this is happening. I did not read these cards before, but pile 1 had 7s and now you guys have 8s. There is so much alignment and abundance coming for you, new opportunities in every area of your life, lots of healing, tons of healing. Just the yellows are about clarity and creation and focus, happiness. And then the blues and the greens are very grounding in wish fulfillment. So it's not like you're making up these things that you're manifesting. You're creating them because you really feel them, and it's a part of your destiny to live out these things. So pay attention to your intuition now, because I think it's really spot on. Know that if you aren't experiencing this now at this moment, that you will in the near future. You're having a breakthrough and things are just looking up. But with these 2 cards, there are still things that you need to let go of before you receive abundance. The Fish is telling me you're connected to your emotions, your intuition, sometimes maybe too much. There might have been a lot of crying, a lot of venting. And while that's okay, you also have to look for aspects that are grounding you. Look for meditation, look for silence, look for messages in nature, going for a walk, doing things that pull you away from water and more into earth. Because we don't want your manifestations to become bits of illusion. We want to stay really grounded, and I want you to have trust and belief that the things you're desiring are meant for you without pushing it too far. You know what I mean? So the Fish is all about going with the flow. The Fish has the moon attached to it, which is intuition and connection. Actually receiving information. I think you may be having some things revealed to you this next month in Sagittarius season. With the Shark is all about awareness and letting go of things that do not serve. There's definitely a pattern in these readings happening. what aspects of yourself are still harmful or harming others? And you might right off the bat say, nothing. I don't do that. I don't gossip. I don't this. I don't that. Take a minute and sit with yourself and say, where am I being harmful? Is it to myself? Is it in my eating habits? Is it judgment mentally, even if I don't speak it? Do I still look at people and think of judgment sometimes? While these aren't bad characteristics, it's just telling you to look at yourself as well. We don't want to jump the gun on any anger or impulsive emotions at the moment. I think you need to stay in the flow of continuing your healing. You don't want to stunt the amazing things that are coming for you. You want to open yourself up and think, I've gotten this far and I deserve so much more, and I'm ready to accept it, and I'm ready to let go of behaviors that aren't serving me. I think you're purging a lot of information, a lot of, I think, programming, things that you've been told as a child, things that people that have been close to you have said to you that you've taken on as like Bible, as this has to be true about me, or this has to be the way that I work. You're learning that you're so much different than the boundaries that people have given you, and with that comes success. I can't believe how much water is in this reading. The element of water, while beautiful, while exactly what you need right now, please look for earth energy. Seek out, whether it's music or going for a walk or putting your feet physically on the earth, you need to seek earth energy, because you are just in water. Your emotions are coming up to the surface, and I want you to process those, but I also want you to think of practicality. Think of not taking too much. Think of, what is it that I need now, and what can I manifest later? I'm really excited. That is a super, super good reading, and I'm proud of you for being in touch with yourself, even when it's really difficult. Changing things and mindsets, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to go through, and I completely relate with it. But sometimes you gotta just put yourself out there and get out of the healing and just start to live. Welcome, pile 3. We have the 6 of Wands reversed. We have the 2 of Swords reversed. We have Unicorn energy. And we have the Beaver reversed. So this is interesting to me. I'm going to say immediately what I thought of when I saw the Beaver reverse, even though I was going to go there last. This is a specific message, so it might not resonate with everything else I'm going to say, but there is a mother out there, whether it's a mother, whether you're physically somebody who has children, or you're just carrying a motherly energy to you, you need to take time for yourself. There's this overindulgence in making other people smile and taking care of those people before yourselves. And while I think that's a beautiful, beautiful quality to have, you're so close to burnout, and quite frankly, I'm nervous for you. I think that it will get better, but I needed to shine light on the women out there who are putting people before them. Know that your heart has to be beautiful to do that. And while that is an incredible trait, I think that it's starting to wound yourself. It's starting to allow you to not provide for those people, because if you're not filling your cup up, you can't dish your cup to somebody else. So if the only way for you to take care of you is to think of others, know that you are unable to provide exactly what you're trying to provide if you're not giving to yourself as well. So that's a specific message. 6 of Wands reversed. I think that there's so much overthinking about a situation. There's a situation that you want success and abundance, and you might be feeling doubtful or conflicted on how you're going to get there. I see success, but I see you being really blocked. And I think what's blocking you is your overthinking. Overthinking and just not being able to make choices. The number 2 and 6 are very prevalent in this. 2s are about balance. So think of which areas in your life need more balance, need more duality, whether it's eating a salad and having a cupcake for dessert, something that is bringing you balance. And sixes to me are also about balance. They're about grounding, transition, letting go of things that we don't need in our life anymore. I see inner success is closer than you think, but you're in your own way at the moment. While there will be external influences that are creating things to go a little bit slower, there's something in this patience, in this void that you're supposed to be learning, but instead you're rushing. I feel like you need to find and exercise your body more. Let go of, I guess, being in your head all the time. While it's a great thing to do sometimes to get information and to grow spiritually, I think that you've done enough thinking. Now is a time for action. Now is a time for connecting with the way that you feel. In pile 2, I actually talked about them grounding with more earth energy, and I think this is pretty prevalent for you guys too. I see lots of water, lots of fire, but you're lacking earth because you have air here too. So earth would be grounding. It would be walking with your shoes off. It would be spending time with those that you love, going slow, hibernation, eating good soulful food, and not being so particular and practical. Not everything has to be a science. Not everything has to make sense. You can just do what you want to do because you feel that way in the moment. And I'm hearing the message now, it's just literally a download for me, is that just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean that you failed. You were supposed to try that thing or work at that thing or be with that person at that time in your life for a specific reason to move forward towards success. So just because that thing didn't work out the way you thought it would, get out of your head. Your heart is burning with passion and desire and creativity for you, not just other people. And when you're stuck up here, you're unable to be your authentic self. You're giving half of yourself, and half of you is just completely shut off from the present experience. I want you to feel more. I want you to take a sip of water and eat a bite of a muffin and feel it. Don't just rush. Don't just be up here thinking, okay, what's on my calendar next? Where are you lacking presence? And what's interesting is while you're a provider for so many people and you love people, animals, experiences so much, laughter, joy, like celebration, you love it, but you're not present for it. So add some presence. The unicorn energy is beautiful. By the way, if you ever get these cards, I don't really do these by the book. So if you're reading your own deck at home and you're like, that's not what it means, intuition and random downloads. That's what happens for me. So unicorn energy is talking about having fun. Yeah, having fun. It's talking about living out the life. Stop thinking you need to reach a certain location, destination to have fun. You can have fun now. You're different. You're the black sheep, but you're the unicorn in this. Is your difference makes others filled with joy. They see the magic through you. And when you're so focused on that crown center, on that unbalanced crown, I should say, just the thinking, you're unable to provide yourself fun and other people fun. This is telling me that you need to have a 3 of Cups moment. You go out, you party, maybe not too hard, but just be the unicorn. Dance, take a shot, live your life. Like, don't plan everything. Just go out. If somebody calls you and you're like, and you think of all the reasons you can't go out, I want you to go out. Let go of the reasons. If you can, do it. It's a time for joy. You've done enough work. It's really just about experiencing sensation at this time in your life and experiencing abundance, the love of others, the energy of love and fun and excitement and ideas. And I believe that the more you channel that energy, the more the success you're looking for will come, because you'll realize the success is rooted in letting go and not in thinking. If that makes sense to you. Very exciting, pile 3. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a shorter kind of video, but felt called to give the messages, so I hope you received them well. Also, if you felt connected to more than one pile, please feel free to watch that pile, because there was just a lot of messages here that I think can intertwine with one another, a lot of the same meaning. Pile 3 was very powerful as well, so go with the flow. Maybe you can just learn something from the information I gave. Wow, it's been a long time. That was so fun, and I love channeling for you guys, so I hope to be back soon. Don't hold it against me. If you have any ideas, please comment them or message me on Instagram. I want to say I still have the Wild Rose Garden, but now we are the Wild Rose Garden LLC. So if you can't find us through the regular Wild Rose Garden, that's why, and I'll link it below. But I do Reiki, I do tarot readings, I also create products based on my intuition. So if you're in need, check it out and we can connect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.